Here's your AEW Full Gear 2025 pay-per-view review. In case you missed it, these are the results. CMLL's El Sky team defeated the Don Callis family to retain the CMLL Trios titles. Okada and Takeshita kept beefing, so I think it's the Alpha's exit from the family. Pac faced Darby Allin one-on-one, and it would be Pac that would steal the win using Sting's bat. Did Darby ever wake up? It's okay, Darby. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. It's just Samoa Joe would form the Ops Dojo if it wasn't already a dojo before, but since Katsuyori Shibata and the Powerhouse Hobbs were taken out, he needed some backup. Tony and Mina picked up the Four Corners win, allowing them to decide the stipulation in their semifinal round match in the AEW Women's World Tag Title Tournament. Big Stoke would channel Hype Williams in the movie Belly in FTR's Living Legends entrance for the match. FTR would go on to defeat BRODIDO, taking the AEW World Tag Titles for the third time, setting the record and setting them at the top of the AEW Tag Division. Ricochet would pull off the upset win in the AEW Casino Gauntlet, taking the AEW National title, and is now your inaugural national champion. And for the second time, Kyle O'Reilly would force Jon Moxley to tap, but it would come at a cost as Kyle O'Reilly is now officially announced to be out with injury. Mark Briscoe pulled off the win over Kyle Fletcher, finally taking the TNT title and will not have to join the DCF. He even got a custom title too. The Bucks would win the $1 million prize, and despite having the win, they would give up the money, make the save for Kenny Omega, and it seems that the Elite are now back. Chris Stat would pull off the upset win, defeating Mercedes Moné to retain the AEW Women's title. Some are happy, some are cool, but what I'm noticing is, dang, Aubrey, what's up? Okada, Takeshita, and Fletcher would argue backstage, as now it seems all three members of the DCF will now enter the Continental Classic tournament. And in the main event steel cage match, it would be a surprise turn as Hook would turn on Hangman, realigning with the Ops. It would end up being Joe defeating Hangman Page to take the AEW World title for a second reign. It seems the Ops are back and in effect. That was until Swerve Strickland made his return with some new questionable music, but nonetheless, him and Nana are back. Swerve and Page will take down the Ops Dojo, sending Joe and his team up the ramp. It'll probably be Swerve versus Joe at World's End, but it's starting to look like it also could be a triple threat match now. Mark spoke at the press conference on the Briscoe brothers having learned from their mistakes, going from being banned from national TV to winning his first AEW title. Big Boom AJ spoke about the difference between his Costco gimmick and the AEW gimmick, saying they're here to wrestle. He's also saying Big Justice is now planning on wrestling. Ricochet would go over the criteria of defending the national title, saying he will not be defending it at random, and it will be an exclusive title to challenge for. AEW Women's Champion Chris Stat spoke on defeating Mercedes Moné, now defending the title as a top dog, no longer feeling like she is the underdog in the company. And unfortunately, Tony would announce Kyle O'Reilly sustained injuries in his match with Moxley and is now out of the C2 tournament with the replacement to be set. And those were the AEW Full Gear 2025 results. Tune into Dynamite this Wednesday to see what happens next.